All right, everybody, we're back. We are probably somewhere in, I don't know, rack number 12, 15, somewhere around there. This is Little Cheddar with Outer Points Production. That gentleman right over there, as you've already been watching in the match, they call him Sondo. His name is John Sondelski. And welcome to Player Spotlight, John. It's great to have you in the booth.
Thanks.
And
this is pretty exciting.
I'm glad to hear that. That's, and being it's the last match in 2.0 of round number 1, and there's been a lot of excitement building up to your match as well, because everybody wants to know who's playing who in round number 2. So,
because we're gonna do the draw here
as soon as this match is over. Correct. So it's kind of weird because we're recording a match which you're already playing in right now. How do you think you're doing?
I'm doing great. Did you see that bank shot I made?
I did. Tell our viewers who John Sondelski is, if you would.
Well, I've been playing pool on and off for nearly 50 years. As I mentioned to you earlier, I stopped playing pool in 2005 and just picked up a cue again 2 years ago. Being retired, I just thought it would be a great opportunity to get back in the game, and I started fishing a lot and spend more time with the family, and I don't regret taking the time off.
That's the reason why you left the game for as long as you did?
Yeah, well,
family? In
central Wisconsin, I was running leagues and tournaments and playing, and my whole life was pool back then.
It gets to be a lot.
And you just needed to walk away, and it was the right decision. Mm-hmm. And now I'm that much more excited about being back.
So are you better now in the last 2 years than you were back then? Or because I've played against you a couple of times, and once at a state tournament, and I think I got lucky enough to I got past you once, and then you beat me. So
it's the hardest thing coming back was getting your patterns.
Sure.
Getting your patterns. So, you're watching the pros a little bit to see what they're doing. And then, of course, you get down to basics. Mm-hmm. It's the same thing when you get nervous before a match or anything. You got to just get back to the basics, because if you've got that stroke, it's going to come through for you.
Yep. Let your ability. Yeah. The more nervous you get, the more tight you get. And then, nothing good comes of that. So you were talking about patterns and everything. What's your favorite game?
I think it's 8-ball. I'm pretty consistent with the game. I mean, my goal is to set up 10 games, and how many can I run?
Okay.
Run out. We have league at the Weston Lanes, and they, have a little competition for that. So I always want to try to do very well with the table runs. Keeping your opponent off the table is key.
Hey, it doesn't matter who you're playing if they're sitting down.
Yeah.
So, in preparation for a match like this, is there any drills or anything that you do to get yourself kind of warmed up, or is it just throw some balls out and hit them around?
Yeah. I kind of just play pool, regular 8-ball, and once I run them, I'll shoot rotation, the balls that are left over. So I'm kind of getting 2 games in one.
Sure.
Okay. And if I do miss a shot, ball in hand, get it back here, let's try it again. What are you doing right? What are you doing wrong? I'm kind of looking forward to, teaching other people how to play a little bit, getting the youngsters going like you're doing.
What a great idea.
I just think you're doing a great job, and I think...
Thank you.
Dave Kaspricki's giving lessons up there, and maybe Dave and I can get together and try to, get the youngsters going. And because here's the funny thing. Okay, I quit in 2005, and I come back and 2 years ago. First off, I had to do an age progression to everybody that I, used to play with, and it's just nice to see that the same guys are still playing is part of the problem. I mean, it's not a problem. It's just the fact that, hey, where's all the young people? There's not a lot of young folk being brought up in the league system.
Yeah, and I think I mean I'm not a fortune teller, but I can kind of see over the next 5 years. I think that's probably going to change a little bit. With you've got Sky Woodward and Billy Thorpe and Tyler and Margaret. They're all in their 20s. And I think that really drives some of the juniors to be. I want to play like them. I want to be those guys, and that's the whole reason too of bringing the juniors to the varsity club as well for.
And the sport of pool has always been pretty much in a bar. So with the billiard rooms, being built and being successful, parents are more likely to come to a situation like that than
smoky bar. Not anymore.
Not anymore. That was great.
All right. So outside of the game of pool, what do you like to do in your off time?
Yeah, when I quit playing pool, my father took me fishing, and I always enjoyed that. So I became pretty good at walleye fishing.
Nice.
My wife and I have a small place up in Phelps, north of Eagle River, right on the lake. And
way up north.
It's only 2 hours for us, but it's a quick 2 hours, and we've enjoyed every minute of there. And we're always seeing that west sunset.
Can't beat it. So if you look back on your life of pool, who would you say your biggest influences in the game?
Back in those days, I would say probably Willie Mosconi. Just because...
What an answer.
When I started to play, the pool people in Wausau would bring Willie in like once a year for like 3, 4, or 5 years in a row.
Sure.
And I got pictures of that. I got signatures from Willie. I actually have a whole ball set signed by Willie.
Really?
And it's pretty cool.
Wow, that's got to be worth some money.
You would think, But here's the kicker. So the same time I bought that ball set, it cost me about $365 back when I bought it. At the same time, Jackie Gleason from the Hustler, they had a cue ball for sale on eBay, and they sold it for $750.
Oh my gosh.
So that's a typical America, just buying fake, if you will.
Yeah, no doubt.
Willie wasn't the 15-time world champion. His ball set was 15, 16 balls were less than
it was
the one ball.
The movie. Yeah, all because of the movie.
I just thought that was kind of funny.
So in preparation for tonight's match, do you get nervous anymore at the ripe old age of 65?
Yeah, you do. You just gotta breathe and pretend. You just have fun.
Yeah.
I've met Tim once or twice, and I think we're gonna have a good match. And what I enjoy doing is playing players that I don't play very often.
Yep.
Because there's no perception of, this guy always kicks my butt, versus, this is an easy match, you know. I don't know Tim that well, and you have to play your best. Same when you go to the Nationals. You go to the Nationals, a lot of times you don't know the players you're playing, which is really, in my opinion, really cool because you're playing people that you don't know. You're making new friendships, and it's a great sport.
One of the things you mentioned too, John, earlier is the fact that you come into a match like this, it's win or go home. It's not like your typical tournament where, okay, I'm going to have a second shot if I end up in the one-loss side. This is do or die, you know, and I think that really brings out, what I've noticed anyway, has brought out focus in players that I've never seen before.
Right. I think you could consider this a mini Mosconi Cup because, there aren't the people here. But my point is that
they're there.
It's a one shot.
They're out there.
Yeah, it's a one shot deal,
Right.
So, it's going to be fun. And you can't get down on yourself in this situation because it is a single elimination. Like you said, we played each other. We've all, we've had success and failures playing each other. It can happen anywhere, anytime. It's just how the balls roll.
For sure. Well, I thank you very much, John, for stopping into the booth in Command Central here.
Yep.
It's I hope you're doing well in the match, and best of luck, and we'll be talking to you after the match.
All right. Sounds good. Thanks.